Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampinUp.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I was challenged to make some baby cards. And while this may seem like an easy challenge, for me I didn't think so because I don't really have any baby stamp sets. So I started digging through my stamp sets, and what did I come up with? A Christmas set called Cookie Cutter Christmas. And I thought, what about this little teddy bear here? I wonder if I could make a baby card out of that. And that's how I began on my creative process today. I'm going to show you how to make a cute baby card out of this teddy bear. And I'm also going to be using the Cookie Cutter Builder Punch. This is an oldie but a goodie. It cuts out the reindeer when you turn it upside down. You've got the head, the ears, and the antlers here. It also cuts out this cute little Eskimo, the gingerbread cookie, and the Santa Claus, as well as the teddy bear. Let's get started. I've got a balmy blue card here that I'm making for a baby boy card. And then I've also got a pink and another one to show you. We're going to take a card base that is 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold this and burnish it with my bone folder, that good crisp fold. And then I've got a couple scraps here. I've got a scrap of balmy blue and whisper white. I've got another piece, oops, this whisper white looks like it's not quite the right size. Hang tight, I'm gonna trim this up. Okay, this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, a piece of balmy blue that is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then a layer for the inside at 4 by 5 1/4. By the way, you can find all of these dimensions on my blog. My blog address is right here. I always put them on my blog with more photographs of the card and a shopping list to help you know which products I use to make it in case you would like to purchase them. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the lace embossing folder, and this is just an absolutely gorgeous embossing folder in our Occasions mini catalog. And I'm going to put my balmy blue small layer in here and run this through the Big Shot. I wanted to make sure I got this row up here with these cute flowers, so that's going to kind of be the background of my card that you can see really good once we put it together. Run this through the Big Shot. I'll be right back. And here we go. Isn't that just spectacular? It is so gorgeous. I love this embossing folder. All right, we are going to take that and mount it on the smaller whisper white layer. I'm using multi-purpose liquid glue. This is my choice for card making. I love it because number one, it goes a long ways. And number two, if you happen to get your layer crooked, you have a little bit of wiggle room before it dries on you. So I love that. Kind of saves me from myself a lot because I can see right here that I need to push this over just a little bit, and there we go. I've got that on there straight. Next thing we're going to do is take the scrap, and I'm going to bring in my stamps and also the crumb cake ink pad. My teddy bear, I decided to make crumb cake. I actually started this card process by stamping the teddy bear in a color. So I also made a pink card. Stamped my teddy bear in pink, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I didn't really care for it. It just blended in too much. So that's when I decided to go to crumb cake, and that worked out really good for me. Here's our Memento black ink, and in the stamp set you have this cute little teddy bear face. I'm just stamping that in Memento black ink. And then we also have these little things, and people often ask me, what are those for? Those are ears. So let's add that right here. We're going to bring in our cookie cutter punch. Oh wait, we've got a little bit more stamping. I'm going to bring in my balmy blue ink pad here, and we are going to stamp the cute little bow. I guess it's a bow tie We're going to stamp that right here. Okay, now it's time to do our punching. And this little guy lines up just perfectly. I always kind of look at the claws, his little nails or claws on the end of his paws to make sure that I'm got this in there evenly. Here's our teddy bear. Now these little circles over here will cut out the ears. I'm not really quite sure why there's two of them, because one would have been enough, but whatever. I think you can use it for eyes on other things. We don't need that for the teddy bear, but okay. And don't forget to punch out the little bow. And I see I kind of stamped that wrong. I would have needed to put it on the end down here to get the punch in. So I'm just going to trim this off a little bit. Live and learn, right? And we're going to punch that out. Get that centered in there. There we go. Okay, so we've got a little bow tie. Where'd our other ear go? Right here, probably. Nope. Got one there. Did you guys see where that other ear went? I can't find it. So when you lose an ear, you're just going to come in and stamp another one. Yeah, it happens. You're not alone. I lose stuff all the time after I stamp it and punch it out. So we'll try this again, and then we'll pay attention to where we're going with it. Right here. Okay. Let me get all these little bits and pieces out of the way. Now I'm just going to take my liquid glue and put a little dot of glue down here on this white part of the ear. And I see I have kind of a glob there. Hang on. My Lord. Everything works fine until you start to shoot a video. It's just the truth. Okay, we're gonna, whoops, set that right on there. My little ear is sticking to my paper because I got glue on it. Come on, baby. See what I mean? Everything works perfectly until you start shooting a video. There we go. Okay. We got one ear down, one ear to go. Let's see if Kelly can get the other ear on the teddy bear. I didn't have any problems with the other cards that I made. It's Murphy's Law, right? Okay, there we go. Isn't he just adorable? Super, super cute. Now, I'm going to bring in the little bow. We're going to put a mini dimensional on the back of this. Well, actually, I've got some edges here. So I just cut a little strip. And we'll get this right on our teddy bear right away. All right, so our teddy bear is ready to roll. We have a few more things to do here. I'm going to close up this ink pad. We've got a Whisper White layer here that I would like to put a greeting on. So I found this Welcome Baby greeting. And isn't that just a nice crisp font? Oh, look how crooked it is. Let's try that again. We don't want a crooked Welcome Baby. Oh, that's much better. That is coming from this special celebration set. And this is a double case set that has a bunch of really nice greetings in it. And then I also chose to use the Better Together. So remember, I don't have any baby stamp sets. So I went after this one that has a teddy bear in it, and then I chose some other ones for my greeting. Sometimes we have to do that. We can't get everything out of the same stamp set, right? One of the nice things about the Better Together is not only does this is a double set, it has all these greetings in it, but it has these really neat images too. So I'm going to take this little baby safety pin, and I'm going to put it right here. This is going to be our inside layer. Nobody will know that's there. Don't worry about that. we're going to add this right to the inside. We're done with that. Now we're going to work a little bit on the outside here. I need another scrap of Whisper White. Get a bigger piece than the one I had because that obviously wasn't enough. And then I'm bringing in this greeting. There we go. Congratulations on your new arrival. And then I got out these magnificent rectangle stitched framelits. I'm going to be using, is this big enough? Yep, number 1. So what I've done is I have numbered my rectangles. These are A through D, starting with the smallest, A, B, C, D. And then I've got 1 through 8 starting with the smallest. So this is the number 1 die. And then this one up here, I didn't number that one. I'm just going to call that the odd man out. So when I'm explaining these things to you, you'll know that, oh, Kelly said to use the number 1 die or the number A die. Okay, I'm going to run this through the Big Shot and I'll be right back. And here we go. Let me put this away. I've already lost one of these. I lost this one right here. I still haven't found it, but I have to tell you guys, I haven't cleaned up my room either, and it's pretty messy. I'm hoping I will find that little bugger. More than likely it got stuck to something, so it's underneath something, and it probably will take me a very long time to find it, if ever. So, yeah, do you guys ever lose stuff? It's just very disheartening and annoying and makes you crazy, right? So then I'm going to bring in this polka dot tulle ribbon. This is so pretty for so many different things. You can actually dye this with reinkers and make it any color you want. Super, super pretty. Now I need to tie a bow on the front of this layer, so I'm going to give myself quite a bit of room here. And that looks like that will probably work pretty good. So we're going to tie a bow right down here on the side. I like this too. It's not really stretchy, but it has some give to it that makes it easy to keep it tight while you're messing around making a bow. That can be kind of challenging sometimes. I know at least I find myself challenged by that. So this is some really, really nice ribbon. We'll just cut this on an angle here. There we go. And then I'm going to move it up just a little bit before I do anything else. There we go. Okay, it's ready to go right on the front of our card. Isn't this already pretty? Just the embossing folder itself is spectacular. I see that I've got, hang on, I've got this kind of a little bit crooked. There we go. Okay. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of here, and I'm going to use mini dimensionals. I want them to actually hit the cardstock. And what I mean by that is I'm going to put them over top the ribbon, but I need them to touch the cardstock, not just be on the ribbon, because I am very weird about having my greeting like move around when the ribbon moves like this. That just, it doesn't work for me. I'm just weird about it. Nobody would ever know except me. Now I'm bringing out the pearlized doilies. These are so, so pretty. I want just a little bit of a doily sticking out down here, so I can cut it about right here. I'm going to bring in my paper snips and cut that right there. Now, I'm going to save this other half because I use these for all kinds of things in halves. See, I've got some here that I sponged. On the back of these doilies, the front is pearlized, but the back is solid plain white. So you can sponge it any color you need. I love that about these. Then I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the sides here because I don't want them sticking out. Okay, that should work good. Here comes a little bit of glue. You don't need to get crazy. This isn't going anyplace. I'm just going to set this under my ribbon, and I'm going to kind of match it up here with the bottom of this layer. Now we're ready to add our greeting. This is just such a pretty little card. And I actually, my stepson is having, his wife is having a baby, we have a baby shower to go to in March. So this is kind of a really good deal that I needed to make a baby card for this challenge. Now this challenge that I'm doing is part of, it's for the Control Freaks blog hop. This video will be posted on my blog in a separate post because we're not allowed to add links to our blogs when we do the Control Freaks blog hop. See how I put that glue right under there? And I'm just gonna put my little bear in it. There's one last thing that I want to do to this card. There's a cute little heart right here, and I thought that would be really sweet if I put that right on my sentiment layer. And where's my take your pick tool? This is another thing I lost last week, but don't worry, I didn't find it yet. I ordered a new one. Yeah. I threw this in my purse after I had a stamp club, my take your pick tool, and then I don't know what happened to it, but I can't find it. And that putty end is perfect for picking up these little things, like this little tiny heart. There we go. Isn't that just precious? Before we're done, and I show you the other cards that I made, I wanted to decorate my envelope. So I'm going to bring back in that little safety pin, and I'm just going to stamp, stamp, and stamp. And that's just a cute little decoration for the envelope. What do you guys think? Is this not precious? I think I did pretty good for not having any baby stamp sets. What do you guys think? All right, let me show you the other cards that I made. Here comes the pink one. Now I made this same card, just a different color. I made this with our our powder pink cardstock and ink. Same exact card, super cute. I'm ready for a boy or a girl, and my stepson is having a boy, so I know that already, but I thought I'll be ready for the next babies that arrive. And then I was thinking, what if I have a baby shower and I don't know if it's a boy or a girl? I thought, well, I'll make one in soft seafoam, and isn't this just precious? But guess what? After I got these two cards made, I was looking at it. It says, congratulations on your new arrival. So that means I'm giving this card after the baby's already born. Why would I need a green one when I obviously know if it's a boy or a girl after it's born? So that was an afterthought, silly me, but you know, I think it'll be fine. I think giving a green card for a boy or a girl would be fine too. Then I wanted to show you what I really started out with was a pink bear. But if we put this pink bear in here, it just kind of gets buried in the card, and that's where I came up with using crumb cake for my teddy bear to make that bear pop a little bit and not be so, I don't know, monochromatic. You know, the tone on tone, we got enough tone on tone going. I needed a little something else. So that's how I kind of design things and play around with things. I know sometimes you guys think that I can just pull out some stuff and whip up a card. That's not always the way it goes. This one wasn't by no means hard for me to figure out, but I do play around with things to get them just right. And aren't these cute? If you would like to order any of the supplies that I've used here, please go to my blog. The address is right here, www.astampabove.com. Again, I used the Cookie Cutter Christmas stamp set along with the Cookie Cutter Builder Punch and some random greetings. Better Together is one of my favorite greeting sets. It's got birthday, baby, wedding in here. What else do we have? We have sympathy, Christmas even. This is a fantastic stamp set. Oh, and I'm looking at this right here. I could stamp that right underneath my greeting right here, and that would look really cute too. This little accent, I would put that in the soft seafoam or the powder pink or the balmy blue. I might do that yet. All right, you guys, click right up here. That'll take you to my blog. You can place an order if you need any of these supplies. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to earn your business. Pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com, and I would be happy to send you all our current catalogs. It's always fun to have that hard copy in your lap while you're drinking a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and immerse yourself in all the beauty that's inside of our catalogs. Don't forget to click down here. That's going to subscribe you to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. And right under the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to find a description. It says something like see more. When you click on that, you're going to find a direct link right to this blog post. If you just go here, you're going to see whatever blog post I happen to have on there for that day with the rest of them underneath. You might have to do some searching, but if you go right to the YouTube description, you'll find a blog post that goes directly to this one. And you'll find the shopping list with all the dimensions listed there for you. I always try to be as thorough as possible in sharing all the little details, because I know how much easier that makes it when you go to recreate somebody's cards, right? Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. Head to my blog and check out the rest of the blog hop. We're all making cards for the littles. Babies, children, it should be fun. Bye-bye.